Leo. How you doing? How was your February? Was it as energetically charged as mine? Because mine was, mad, glad, sad, bad. Oh my goodness. I ran the gambit of emotions and experiences, but wouldn't change a thing. So how are you? We made it to March, which is all about, March is all about, the old spring cleaning ordeal. It's about releasing, clearing, cleansing, integrating. So we're going to do a reading and see what it is that you need to release. We are going to see what will help you release that and an outcome. And we'll pull you 2 oracle cards at the end. And that is it. It'll be short and sweet. But, spring cleaning isn't just your car, your house. It's also mental clutter, what's bogging you down mentally. So it could be anything. What doesn't serve you anymore. So we will definitely see what comes up for you, but just know that, we also got to clean up our thoughts, clean up our self-talk, clean up the people in our lives. You know what I mean? I mean, sometimes no change is necessary. That's awesome. But we do know when we're doing things or thinking things or have people in our lives that are just draining us. That's what we want to get rid of, Leo. Okay. So could I please have messages for Leo? Oh, Leo. Oops. Leo. Well, Leo, you're going through a lot, like some monumental, this is big for you, Leo. I'm not going to lie. This is big. There it is. Okay. Wow. Leo. Okay. I'm sorry that the relationship didn't work out. I'll just say that. You need to release it. That is what you need to release. You need to release what you thought. Oh, how can I put this? Okay, Leo, first of all, sometimes we're in relationships where we're in love with the idea of I don't want to upset anybody, but we find a lot of relationships, myself included, when you first connect with somebody, you kind of play this fantasy game in your head where you imagine your future, and some of us, some relationships we tend to cling to because of that fantasy, not the reality of who they are as the relationship unfolds. And I think here, you need to release them and realize and not be so, don't feel so crushed about it, because if you can really be honest with yourself, I think you were more in love with the idea of a future with this person than the person themselves. I think because you got the Lovers for what you need to release came up as the Lovers. Okay. The Lovers is pretty self-explanatory. I know it can also be a choice, but I don't think you're releasing the choice. I think you're releasing the person that you thought was, I think, I don't want to say soulmate, because, soulmates don't have to be, somebody you're romantically involved with. It could be a friend. It could be, soulmates come in all whatever. But your partner is, or current relationship or current infatuation or current crush, I don't know. You need to let it go and release it because it didn't serve you. And how do I know that? Because the devil came up as what'll help. Well, what'll help is realizing that was toxic. It obviously did not, aid in a better you. If anything, you were held back. If anything, there was a lot of pain. If anything, very, whether toxic behaviors, I don't know if this person had toxic behaviors, if this person had addictions, or if that brought out that in you, or what have you. But the picture that you painted for yourself is not reality with this person. And what'll help you release that is the Queen of Swords. And now what will help you release that is the truth. What will help you release that is communication with yourself, with the reality, with not your heart, not your hope. Okay, the Queen of Swords she's been through a lot of romantic pain, but she didn't let it make her bitter. She took that pain, took that heartbreak, and used it to discern her future relationships, to cut the bullshit. Excuse my French, but that's, what she's done. She does not matter. It's just an energy. But so it'll help you if you can cut the bullshit, at this point in time. Think logically, think facts, think truth, think not with the heart. I'm not saying there isn't a time for the heart, because your outcome came up as the Queen of Cups. She is the Queen of Hearts. She is the romanticism. But I think what that's telling me is you've lost the master of your heart. You've lost the truth of your heart. Because if this is your outcome when you release this toxic situation, then that means you're out of balance with your emotions. You're out of balance right now with what your heart wants. You're telling yourself that it'll all work out, and it's not true. It'll all work out when you release this person. You will get back to your heart center. You will get back to being loving and caring and nurturing and all those things. But right now, you're in an unhealthy relationship, and the only thing that's going to set you free is the truth. Putting your heart aside and literally being honest with yourself and cutting through the shit and realizing that being aware of the toxicity and being aware that this relationship, situationship, whatever it is, I'm not here to judge, because everyone serves a purpose, everyone serves a time. Whether it ends toxic and you move on, that person, there was some lesson, there was something that you got out of it. I don't care. I truly am a firm believer in the silver lining of things. And I have been through some horrific things in life, but I have finally come to a place where I see that I did get there is good to be had out of it. There is lessons to be learned. There is empathy to be experienced. There is, there's so much, and sometimes when you're in the thick of this pain, it's really hard to see the silver lining. It's so much easier when you can move forward and then look back, because you're not blind with anger, frustration, bitterness, all the uglies. But there's things that I have said I wouldn't change for anything, and people will be jaw dropped. Like, you wouldn't erase that if you could. And I think, no, because I wouldn't be who I am. And same with you. I'm not saying, that this didn't serve its purpose. It did, but it's time to release it. It is time. You deserve better. It isn't doing you any good. If anything, it's dragging you down. And I'm sorry, because I know that's, never fun, but the sooner you can move on from this, I think the happier you will be, Leo. And you'll be able to find somebody who is caring and loving and gives what it is that you're giving. Someone who will reciprocate what you're putting into it. But right now, you're a long ways away from that, from that place of peace and serenity. But you'll get there. Just be honest. Be honest with yourself. Really, really be honest with yourself. And know you deserve better. Yeah. And you got nothing yet is set in stone. Nothing yet is set in stone. So, I don't know why, but if you were supposed to get married and you're having regrets, nothing yet is set in stone. I don't know where that came from, so have fun with that, Leo. That obviously isn't for everyone, but, collective energies can be tricky. We'll pull you a Green Witch card, Leo, and that's it. Just know that once you get through this, you'll be, that's wild. You'll be fine. You got the walking staff, which is support and encouragement. So, you just know that there is support and encouragement out there. Maybe I get the sense that maybe you're afraid to voice your concerns, thinking that someone or someone's whatever will be like, are you crazy? Why would you, want to end this? Well, I think you'll be surprised to find out that you'll be supported and encouraged. So, good luck, Leo. I really hope this helps. And know that once you get through this, you're going to experience peace and tranquility, and you will be back in your nurturing, loving, giving, receiving energy again. That where this has brought you right now isn't going to stick, but it's time to get rid of it. And that's what I have for you, Leo. I hope this was helpful, and sending nothing but love. God bless you. See you next time. Bye.